Join me today as we look at the BattleTech product update for September 2025. This is the Geek Cabal channel. If you've not been here before, my name is Bobbie. If you've not looked at one of my videos like this, I'm basically going to cover the stuff that's in the Catalyst email update, and with some anecdotes and some other things that I've heard elsewhere. And then there's another item that I'll be covering that's not here in the email that you might not have seen. So if you get the emails, and I recommend this in every video that I do on Alex, you should subscribe to the emails so you get the information. But if you'd rather hear some guy talk about it, you've come to the right place. So anyway, this was a fairly short update. And I apologize for not having one for August, because it seemed to be that the various things I encountered at Gen Con was enough of an update. But there are some things that were there that they haven't quite mentioned in these updates yet, so, you know. Alright, so there's a bunch of, by the way, these are Catalyst updates. There's quite a bit of information here, not just BattleTech stuff. But I focus on the BattleTech stuff. So, we have something talking about BattleTech Gothic, which I've done the unboxing for the box set, a couple of salvage boxes, and I mean this, I keep saying it, but I mean it as soon as I get the Universe Primer, as soon as I read through it all, I'm going to do a video on it. So, what do we got here? It's a short little blurb, so I'm just going to read the whole thing. Explore the human sphere. BattleTech Gothic is right around the corner, releasing on October 1st, 2025. So as of my recording, today's the 10th, so 3 weeks. Yeah, close enough. With the C-Scale Atlas coming in November. The C-Scale, the normal figures are about like so. The C-Scale figure is about like this. If you backed the Mercenaries Kickstarter, the Mad Cat that you got, the big one, I believe is C-Scale. We wrote up a guide going over everything you'll get in the core book, the core box set, like the salvage boxes and the C-Scale Atlas. There's a link to a blog post, and I'll put that link down in the description to get ready for the release coming soon. If you really can't wait that long, you can check out the Gothic Universe Primer over on the web store. There's a link to that, and again, I'll put that there too. It's a PDF. It's about 70 pages, give or take. It's a great way to immerse yourself in the Continuum universe and see what makes Gothic special. So I believe Continuum is what they're branding all the alternate universe stuff under. So yeah, so that's coming soon. Like I said, I've already done an unboxing video. I'll link it down in the description too, and it'll be up here somewhere, I think. So then there's talking about catching up on all the news they had from Gen Con. So they've got some stuff here. They filmed a bunch of stuff at Gen Con, and it's already been out there. Haven't had a chance to watch any of it. I'll try to link that. Then for August, they mention it looks like their only releases were fiction, it looks like. And for BattleTech, it was Catastrophe Unlimited by Michael Stackpole, $3.99. That's for the PDF. I'm assuming that means it's a short story by the price. For what it's worth, Shadowrun and Leviathans also had some stuff for them. Then we have September releases, the stuff that's going to be coming out this month, hopefully. For BattleTech, we have the 3rd Star League Battle Group Force Pack. I did an unboxing video of that. I'll put that down in the description, probably up here. Now there's no link to it yet, so it's not live on the website yet. Then we also have the Battlefield Support Emplacements. Those are like gun turrets, which I haven't done the unboxing for yet, but this is what it looks like. Try to get it without the glare there. Once I have this, if you see this a little bit later, once I have this unboxing, I'll put that link in the description of this video as well. So if you're seeing this with that link in there, then it's obviously a little bit after I filmed this. Shrapnel issue number 22. Now there is a link to that, so that means that is live on there at the moment. I'll put that link down in the description. And I will try to update the description once these other two things are actually live on the website to include links to them. I'll try to. And then the audiobook for the core is also coming out. And some Shadowrun stuff. Then we got our free fiction for the month. This month for BattleTech, it is a short story, very short story, called Scream by Tom Levine, I believe. Yeah. I've already downloaded it, started reading it. I have to go back and look over some other stuff, but I believe it's connected to another short story that they've released, because it has to do with kind of the aftermath of, I think it's Hansen's Rough Riders going into the Taurian Concordant for revenge. And I read like the first couple pages of it and got kind of tired, passed out. But once I get the rest of it, the review for that will be up. But I'm just going to put the link in the description because it's a very short story. Don't wait for my review. Just go ahead and download it and read it later. You know, if my review makes it sound like it sucks, then you can always delete it. But right now it's free. After the end of this month, like all these other stories, who knows when it will ever materialize again. I probably should have been downloading the Shadowrun stories all this time too, just in case I ever take up an interest in those. So while you're there on the website, you might want to go ahead and grab that too. You know. So, there's links to those, and then they just got some generic links to other stuff they have on the website at the moment, which, just some random force packs and stuff like that. So, not a lot here in the email this month. I think we're mainly gearing up for the product releases for BattleTech Gothic next month. And at some point in the near future, the Aces product is supposed to be released. That might be November. I've got to look over what they said at Gen Con. That might be one of the things they're saying is coming out on Black Friday. So keep an eye out for that. I imagine they'll mention that in next month's update if that's the case. Yeah, so pretty short update. Now, there is also some playtest material they have put out that they want feedback on. This is circulating around the Facebook groups at the moment. I didn't get an email about this. I tried to look at it a few minutes before I recorded this, and I'm guessing the servers are overwhelmed at the moment because I couldn't get it to pull up. Seems like, from the descriptions of what I've read, this is entirely for the regular version of the game. It's not for Alpha Strike, as near as I can tell. And one had to do with hit locations, kind of redoing those so that it matters like what side you're attacking from, or maybe it doesn't matter. I wasn't clear. Again, I haven't been able to read it myself. And then the other had to do with capping damage from ammunition explosions or something of that nature. So, we'll see. A lot of the opinions were, don't screw with the game. It's been just fine this long. There's no reason to mess with it. I don't know if I hold that position, but, I need to actually check the things out. Plus, at the moment, I'm a lot more into Alpha Strike than the main game. So, it doesn't affect me at all. But anyway, I'll post the link for that. So, hopefully that'll be available, and you can check that out as well. But, yeah, that's it for this month. And now at Gen Con, they had the Aces product. I got pictures of that. I think I've got some shorts here on YouTube, or if you're watching this on TikTok, I think they wound up there as well, showing the display case there at Gen Con, which showed the Aces material. Also, 2 of the next Lance Pack sets, actually I think 3 of them were in there. 2 of them are going to be House Kirita Lance sets. Now, those aren't out yet, because, I just told you it's coming out for September. I don't know if they're going to be out in October. But when they do come out, they do look good. I know I definitely want the higher end one because I definitely want a copy of both the Shiro and the Akuma, which are both in there. Got to check the lower end one, but yeah, those will all be. I'll be painting those up for the Ronin Mercenary unit, not for House Kirita. But yeah, those were in there, and then there was a mercenary unit that I think there was a mercenary unit that I believe is supposed to go on sale at Barnes & Noble, or it's already on sale, but I think it's supposed to be on sale in the very near future. Unfortunately, I can't remember what on earth it was, so sorry, kind of a failing here on my part as far as reporting, but and my pictures are on my desktop, not my laptop, so I can't really check them. But that's coming soon. I want to say there was a mech in there I'm interested in too, but I can't remember what it was. So, not very helpful at all, man. I apologize, folks. If I get anything on that, I'll put it in the description or something, or I'll splice in an edit right here or something. But yeah, that's all I have as far as what Catalyst has got going on. Like I said, I'll do a review of the short story once I finish it, which will be the next time I sit down to read and I'm not tired. Then I've still got the Universe Primer for Gothic I want to read through. I've got to do the unboxing for the emplacements. Then beyond that, the only things I've got are some old sets that I want to do unboxings of, because I still haven't opened them. Like I've got a Wolf's Dragoons set, just to show off what's in that. And someone gave me the first three, I think it's the Warrior Trilogy, the first three BattleTech books. So I have not read anything that's older than whenever WizKids started making the books, as far as age-wise. So it'd be interesting when I get around to reading those. I might jump straight to those instead of going through some of the newer books I've got. There is a new book out that takes place during the Klan invasion, and I believe it's whenever some folks first run into it. I think it's the Smoke Jaguars. So I do plan on checking that out at some point. Again, I've got kind of a backlog. I'm in the middle of reading a quote-unquote real book at the moment, and it's just kind of taking a while to get through it. So, and I try not to read two books at the same time, but I don't try very hard, because technically I think I'm in the middle of like 4 different books at the moment, one of which is War and Peace, even though I haven't picked it up in, I think it's close to a decade now. Still don't remember exactly where I am, but, you know, it's a 1,200 some odd page slog, and I think my copy could stop a low caliber bullet. But yeah, it's one of those, as a reader, I feel like I kind of have to read it, you know, at some point. The classics, you know, one of those deals. But anyway, and I've got, you know, other books that I'm trying to read. I've got a book on how we should break up certain corporations, and trying to see how long I can go into that, because it mainly keeps arguing for socialism, which, is, you've seen in my other videos here on the channel, you know, I'm not exactly a fan of. Now, to be clear, I don't want to go stupidly political or anything here, but, like, to be clear, I do think some of the critiques that socialism puts forth are accurate. It's mainly the solutions I'm not a huge fan of, because they seem to, you know, not work and lead to massive death and destruction. But anyway, maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? Might find out sometime in the near future. You never know. But so I'm trying to read through that. There has been some very interesting stuff in it. I'll definitely do a review of that book whenever I get through it. And then the other about 40 pages or so from the end now, because I've made a lot of progress on it today. So once I get through it, I'll be picking up another BattleTech book in all likelihood. And like I said, I'll probably go ahead and start with the Warrior Trilogy, just to, you know, get a real blast from the past there. But yeah. Anyway, oh, and shout out to Charbroiled Beefcake, who hopefully I'm going to be able to set up some time in the near future to play some Alpha Strike with. I'll show him how to play the game, and I'll have to learn some of the deeper parts of it, as far as some of the abilities and everything. But everything I learned at Gen Con is still pretty fresh in my mind, plus I kept a little sheet of paper that talks about this order sequence, you know, so... Actually, I think I've got that right over here. Give me just a second. Yeah, this thing right here is very useful. Got this at Alpha Strike, like Alpha Strike. I don't think it's called the boot camp. I don't remember what they call it. It's the learn how to play Alpha Strike thing. And yes, I did magically wind up being the Capellans. I didn't have any problem with that, as you can probably imagine. So yeah, this is a very handy little thing, and it's got, you know, you can ignore some of the abilities for, like, basically teaching someone the game. But it's got the bits and pieces of some of the charts that you need, and yeah, I mean, it's, you know, pretty compact piece of information here, so this will definitely come in handy. But anyway, I think that's about all I've got for this one, so let me know down in the comments if you're interested in any of these products, if you have any of them at this point. Now, there was one thing at Gen Con. I've got it here too. The updated BattleTech 3025 technical readout. I don't know if this is available yet or not. I've seen it up for pre-order on Amazon, but I do not remember what the date was. So I think this is supposed to be out this month. But if not, I'm sure it'll be in the very near future, because they've been selling these at other conventions. So they obviously do have them. Hopefully it wasn't the board one's containers that fell off the ship in Long Beach today. Assuming it's today. I saw the video today. But anyway, like I said, that's all I've got. So let me know what you think down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. If you're seeing this on TikTok, whatever it is you folks do over there, like us, comment, share, all that fun stuff over there too. Because we're on both platforms now. If you do see this on TikTok, I appreciate you jumping over to YouTube and subscribing. But that's up to you. But anyway, that's all I've got. So remember, no guts, no galaxy.